there's been obviously the void, right, that Americans have felt across the board in all types of society, whether it's entertainment, whether it's obviously, whatever industry that you work in, if you are out of work, if you're unemployed, and also in sports, right? Sports has been a huge void for a lot of people. Well, last night, a lot of individuals that wanted and needed a fix when it came to sporting events and an opportunity to watch things live got their wish, because the KBO, which is the Korean Baseball League, it's the highest baseball league in that country, started their season, basically. And ESPN here in the United States has decided that they are going to be showing all these games throughout the week.
Chris, in Korea, one of those countries that was hit very hard early on by Corona, they are now, apparently they're a little bit ahead of us in their opening, and they're getting back to normal, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
This would be obviously a huge sign of that. They're playing baseball. They have fans in the stands in those games?
They do not have fans in the stands. It looked like there was a spattering of family members and or media. Wasn't exactly sure what. There were a couple people, floating around there, obviously practicing severe social distancing, because you're in a stadium that holds 25,000, and there might have been 20 to 25 people in the stands.
You're talking like 150 yards apart.
Well, not 150 yards, but they're doing at least the 6 feet, right? Which is required. But we had a chance to catch the game yesterday. It was it was actually the Samsung Lions.
I made a large wager on this game, Chris. I'm pretty familiar with the
against the Dinos,
right?
Which was a quality name, by the way.
Was Samsung like the television?
Absolutely, yeah. Well, see, that's the deal.
Their team is sponsored by a company.
All of the teams in Korea are sponsored basically by major corporations, whether it's Samsung, whether it's Kia, whether it's a number of them.
How about like the Apple Murder Hornets against the Google Wildebeest?
We could have that. That could be a possibility.
That could take place.
There's a lot of more mild names though, JD, in the Korean Baseball League. Traditional like Lions and Tigers and Bears was one of the teams, which was also sponsored. They're all sponsored by companies though, so it's kind of weird. But it's on national television, obviously in Korea. But yesterday we got a taste of it here in the United States, and they had Carl Ravitch as well as a former baseball player, and then they bring in people like Jeff Passan and actually former Korean MVP Eric. He played for the Milwaukee Brewers. He just got signed by the Washington Nationals. The outfielder, his last name slipped me right now, but they had him on to talk about the impact of baseball being shown in the United States.
Eric Thames.
Eric Thames, yes, Eric Thames.
Yeah.
They had him on.
All
He's
that
a
guy
former
does,
MVP.
He just bombs home runs.
The guy just
that's it. He hits like 190 and just bombs home runs.
Yeah, he hits moonshots. But he was reflecting on the whole Korean thing.
Oh, yeah.
But basically, it's an opportunity, right? Especially here in Vegas, right, JD, for those of us who like to have a little sports wager to, and that if we have the mobile app, because obviously with sportsbooks closed right now, if you want to bet on anything as far as sports is concerned, you got to have some type of app. So we had an opportunity to put it in. Myself and Brian were here at the house yesterday and watched it. Now, the games are on at 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock Pacific time, 1 o'clock Eastern time. So that situation was a little bit strange. But it was live baseball. It was something we could actually pay attention to.
Unfortunately for me and a lot of people in southern Nevada, there was a Cox cable outage that went from about 4 p.m. till, I don't know, overnight, because I went to sleep, and when I woke up, the TV was back on.
Really?
But at least midnight, there was no cable and internet provided by Cox. There was some kind of issue, some kind of technical issue, so I had no internet. I should have come over and watched it, but it was at 10 o'clock, and what time did it go till? About 12?
It went till about
1 o'clock?
No, it went to about 1:30 in the morning. I want to say 1:15-ish. Wow. Because, how textbook is this, Stein and JD? First game that they're showing in the United States of the KBO, Korean Baseball League, rain delay. Okay? Had some sprinkles going on in the city that I can't pronounce in Korea, okay, where the game was being played.
Was it Pyongyang?
It was not Pyongyang.
Okay.
That would be in North Korea. This is South Korea.
All right.
And it's JD, it's funny. There's 8 teams, right? 10 teams in 8 cities in Korea. I think 3 are in Seoul, which is obviously the largest city. And then spread throughout the country. But this whole thing that we have a fix now, guys, right? I mean, there's an opportunity for sports bettors and for sports fans, especially baseball fans, to actually fixate on something.
And bottom line, you and Brian both lost money.
We did, absolutely.
How much?
It was low. It was low ball for me. I put
Really?
a 30 spot down, JD. You know me. I'm not big. I'm not a big time guy when it comes to. I'm not putting up. I don't know if Brian Shapiro puts me at liberty to say how much he bet.
But it was.
Let's put it this way.
But it was
much more.
It was one game.
Put it this way.
You didn't do a parlay.
It's about 400 times more.
He did do a
He
parlay.
put
You would
or
say
he put about 40 times more on it than I did. Let's put the numbers out there.
And he only bet on Samsung was the underdog, right?
Yes, he
bet on Samsung.
He bet on the Samsung Lions
only because you bet on the other team.
Exactly,
and it backfired on him.
And you know what? It's apropos because it's the Lions.
So
and by the way, they have the same logo basically as the Detroit
you
Lions.
took the over, right?
No, I tried. See, that's what I tried to do. I tried to go on the app and I said, "Look, I'm going to bet this. I'm going to bet this team, and I'm going to take the over on this game." And they won't let you do it for some reason. In Korea, for some reason on Korean baseball, they just won't let you do it. So it was kind of strange, but. It's good to have live sports on TV, I guess, right? For sports fans out there, obviously baseball fans will be fired up. And we'll see how that progresses as far as how we do this.
For those of you looking to travel to Taiwan anytime soon, they were just approved for at least 250 people in their stands to watch games.
Yep.